Hello friends and viewers, welcome back to my channel. In today's tutorial we'll be learning how to make this sexy cargo pant trouser, or you can as well call it a combat trouser outfit. So if you know you love this and you want to know how it's been done, kindly watch this video to the end, and please remember to like, share and subscribe to my channel. I made this outfit with a 1.5 yards of khaki. You know khaki no be leather fabrics. So guys, let's quickly get started. This is my fabrics. I folded it once. I'll be cutting the front part of my trouser first. So I'll be starting my measurement from 1.5 inches. Remember, the 1.5 inches is for my trouser band. So I will go ahead and take all my vertical measurements. So the first measurement I will take is my hip line measurement, which is 9 inches, followed by my crotch line. My crotch line is 11 inches. That's my hip circumference divided by 4. I added 1 inch to it, so that's 11. So the length of my trouser is 43 inches. So I will go ahead and connect all the lines. That's right, there is my hip line and my crotch line. So after doing that, the next thing I will do is to input my hip circumference, which is 40 divided by 4, and that is 10. I added 2 inches to it. That's 12 inches. So I will connect the line to both my crotch line and my waistline. So on my crotch line, I will take my round lap measurement divided by 2. So I added 2 inches to it. Then I create my crotch curve. So on my waistline, I will take my round waist. Hope you're seeing how I place my tip. I place it from the hip line. So my round waist divided by 4, I added 1.5 inches to it. So on the down part of my trouser, I will go in by 2 inches. So I will now connect it to my hip from the down parts. Can you see? I will bring the line or connect it from the down part to my hip. Then on the crotch part, I will just draw it straight to the down part. That's from the crotch area. I will take it straight. Can you see what I'm doing? So I'll go ahead and cut. Remember, this is the front part of my trouser. So after cutting it, I will place it in a fresh fabric. I will now cut the front part, the back part, sorry. So can you see what the front part is looking like? So I'll go ahead and cut the back. So the front part is on top of the back, can you see? So I'll go ahead and take my necessary measurement for the back. So from the center back, I will go up by 1 inch. This is for the back part. The back part is 1 inch higher than the front part. Just the center back, but the hip side is the same measurement. So I will connect it to the hip side. The center back is 1 inch higher than the center front. So I will connect it. So on my crotch line for the front part, I will extend it. I will add another 2 inches for the back. So from that line I will go down by half an inch because I don't want the back crotch to be straight. I don't want it to be on the same line with the front one. So from there I will connect it to the down part, that is 2 inches. That means from the crotch area the back part is 2 inches wider than the front. So I will connect it to the down part of my trouser. Can you see? So I'm done cutting my trouser. So from the center front of my trouser I will go down by 3/4 inch. That is the front slope. I'll go down by the 3/4 inch. That's from the center front. So I'll just trim it out. So from the side I will go down by 7 inches. This is for my pocket. Then I will go in by 3 inches. You can use 2.5 inches if you want. So I will now connect it to the 7 inches. I went down. Then I will cut it out. This is the side. This is where the pocket will be. Can you see? This is the front part of the trouser. That's where I cut the pocket. So I'll go ahead and cut the pocketing. So it's 7 inches by 13 inches. It's 7 inches of fold. I'm cutting the two at the same time. Cutting the two pockets at the same time. So my pocket is 14 inches by 13 inches because it's on fold, so it's 7 inches by 11 inches long. So when I open it, it will now be 14 inches by 11 inches long. Can you see? So I'll place the front part of my trouser on it. Then I will cut out that part I cut out with the pocket. So I'll go ahead and cut my pocket. This is a combat pocket. So this pieces I have here is 5.5 inches on fold. That is, when you open it, it will now be 11 inches wide by 10 inches long. So I folded it because I'm going to stitch the middle. So from that middle I measured 1 inch. So this 1 inch I will measure it down. So I will now stitch it. That is, when I folded it, I now stitch 1 inch. That's the center part of the pocket. Can you see? See, when I open it, can you see what it's looking like? So I'll go ahead and iron. Remember I said this is 11 inches by 10 inches long. It's 11 inches wide. So if you want your pocket to be wider, you can make it 13. You can make the wideness to be 13. So I will now fold the upper part. Can you see what I'm doing? I'll fold it by 1 inch again. Please watch very closely. I'll fold it by 1 inch again. Then I will iron it. I'll flat iron. After ironing, I will go ahead and stitch it down. Can you see that? So the next thing I'll do is from that place, from that 1 inch, I will now measure 2.5 inches down. 2.5 inches. Then from down I will come up by 1.5 inches. So I measure that 2.5 inches from the down part till about 6.5 inches. So I'll do the same thing to the second side. So from the upper part to where I stopped is about 6.5 inches, because I came up again from the down part with 1.5 inches. So from that 2.5 inches, I will now hold it and stitch. This should be called pinched, not holding. I pinched it and stitched it by 0.1 inch. I just fold the other part that is remaining inside. Just watch very carefully. Can you see? So I'll do the same thing to this other side. I will stitch. I stopped around the 6.5 inches. That's the length. This is the second part. Can you see? So remember, I came up by 1.5 inches from the down part, so I'll still fold it in and stitch. Please make sure you don't stitch the side you're not supposed to stitch together. Can you see? Can you see what it's looking like? So I will now fold it. That's the leg, the down parts. I'll fold it and stitch. Please, this part I'm stitching now can be very somehow, but just make sure that as you're doing it, you will understand it very well. In case you don't understand, you can ask question on the comment section. Can you see? I just folded it and stitch. This is so that the down part can stand. Can you see what it's looking like? So I'll do the same thing to this other part. Can you see that? So I've stitched the two down side. So the next thing I will do is to fold the side. Fold it by 1 centimeter. You can actually do this part when you are attaching it or when you're stitching it to your trouser, but I prefer doing it this way because it's more easier. I prefer folding it so that when I go to the trouser, I will just stitch it on top. So guys, we are done with the pocket, so I will keep it aside. So when it's time to attach it to the trouser, I will show you that part. Can you see what the pocket is looking like? So the next thing I will do is to fix my zip. I will work on the main trouser. So I'll fix my zip on the front flap. So this here is my zip and the pieces is on fold. It's about 2 inches on fold. So I have 2 of it. The other one is not on fold, and the other one, for the other side. You know the trouser is 2 sides. the front part. So the other one is 2.5 inches, but not on full, so it's 8 inches long. So I'll stitch the zip on it. I will stitch one part of the zip. When you open it, I will stitch one on it. So I will stitch till 6 inches. From the beginning, I will stitch down to 6 inches. Okay, you see, I will now place the trouser on it and stitch it again. Please watch closely so you can see what I'm doing. From the upper part of my trouser, I measured 6 inches down. So I made a notch of 0.25 inches. Then I fold that part where I cut. So that's where my zip is going to stop. That's where my finger is right now, 6 inches from the beginning, from the upper part of my trouser. Okay, you see what it looks like. So I'll now bring the second part. So after fixing this part, I will go ahead and fix the second part. This part now, the flap is not unfold. So I will go ahead and stitch to 6 inches again where I made a notch. The same thing I did to the other side. So I'll go ahead and top stitch. So I'll top stitch on the pieces. I sewed to 6 inches where I made a cut. So I'll top stitch on the flap. This video is actually focused on the combat. So if you have not watched my videos on how to cut different kind of trouser, you can scroll down to my channel. I have videos on how to make any kind of trouser you want. So I'll fold this inside. So this is the second part. I will now go ahead and stitch them together from the crotch area. Please make sure you don't stitch it from the beginning. Don't stitch all the crotch close. So this is what it looks like. So I'll go ahead and stitch. Just watch what I'm doing here. Go ahead and stitch the zip to it. I'll go ahead and stitch the zip to the second flap. Can you see? Remember, I only joined both of them from the crotch area. So now I have to stitch the other parts to the main zip so that it will stick on the zip. This is a very complete and detailed tutorial. Please guys, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, share this video so that others will see. Can you see what it looks like? Now I have stitched it together with the zip. So the next thing I will do, you know that curve in front of your trouser. Please, when you're stitching, when you're sewing this part, make sure that you remove the flap from the other side so that you don't go and stitch everything close. It's very, very important. Can you see? I stitch it about 4 times. So after that, I will go ahead and attach my pockets. I have so many videos on how to do these things, so you can go down to my channel and watch all this. where I have detailed explanation on how to cut and sew your trouser pockets. This video is focused on the combat. Please take notes. Can you see what the front part of my trouser is looking like? So I'll go ahead and join the back, the center back. After joining it, I will now join the side. I will join the side of my trouser, that's the zip area. I will join the two sides together. I will stitch the front and the back part of my trouser together, only the side, because that is where I'm going to attach my pockets. So I will close that part, because I'm joining my pocket at the side. Can you see? So I will now pick my pocket. I pin it down so that it doesn't move. So I have to place it so that it will align around the center part of my trouser where I sew. That's the side allowance. So I have to place it in between the two lines. So I'm done stitching it. Can you see? Remember that side I folded, so that's the part where I stitch on the trouser. So this is the pocket cover. So the measurement you take is, when you're creating your pocket cover, make sure that the measurement you have is the same measurement with the pocket. I mean the wideness. So I will stitch. Can you see where my finger is? So I will stitch those parts close. You know, in a combat trouser, you can create as many pockets as you want. It all depends on your fabrics. If you have enough fabric, you can create like 4 pockets, or even 6, 3 one side, 3 one side. So combat come with so many pockets. So I'll open the upper parts. Remember, this is on fold, so I will now open it. So make sure your measurement is correct. So this is my pocket cover. So I'll go ahead and stitch it on the trouser. See how I'm going to stitch it. Remember, I opened the trouser so that it might not be very easy, but you have to try. Imagine the color the camera is giving to my pocket. So can you see? Can you see what it looks like? So guys, please make sure you give this video a thumbs up. See how I'm going to stitch it, then I will now cover. Don't you love? This is so lovely. This trouser is beautiful. It's very, very beautiful. Please make sure you give this video a thumbs up, and if you have not subscribed to my channel, I wonder what you're waiting for. Subscribe to this channel so that you will always be notified each time I upload a new video. Subscribe and put on your notification button. Share this video with your friends so that this video will go viral. Please guys, I'm begging you, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. So I'll go ahead and do the same thing to the other leg of my trouser. I'll go ahead and attach the pocket. I wish I had my fabric is enough. I would have created more than 2 pockets. But all the same, this is still very beautiful. Can you see? So I'll go ahead and stitch on the pocket cover. I'll stitch it round. I'll make a double stitch round it. Can you see the second parts? So I'm done fixing all my pockets. So I'll go ahead and close the inner side of the other leg of my trouser. Remember, I only close the side because of the pocket, so that I can be able to open it. Can you see this? You see the place where I stitched to the trouser. So I'll go ahead and close that inner part, the inner leg. I'll close it. After doing that, the next thing I will do is to stitch the band of my trouser, then hem the down part. You already know how to do all this. In case you don't know, just scroll down to my channel. I have so many videos on how to do any kind of trouser you want, palazzo, flip palazzo, any trouser, corporate pant trouser. So guys, we are almost through to the end of this tutorial. Please don't leave this video without giving it a thumbs up and sharing this video, and make sure you subscribe if you have not done that. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so very much for always checking on this channel. Thanks and God bless you. Bye for now guys, and see you in our next tutorial. Bye. Can you see what our trouser is looking like? It's so beautiful. I couldn't do a belt holder because this fabric is thick. Khaki, no be leather. Bye guys.